Man, there are not enough Americans like Ben Shapiro. This guy spits straight facts. Watch this.
The first day, I had 25 students. By day 2, I had 19, because 6 parents switched out of the class because they saw me, and they were like, there's no freaking way, before I even got a word in. Do I think that it is okay for a parent to see me and go, not around my kid? No, I don't think that's okay.
This gentleman doesn't think that it's okay for a parent to see them and be like, yeah, not my kid. Why not? Why is that not okay? What if you walked into a classroom and you saw someone wearing a white hood and KKK robes, right? I would pull my kid out in a heartbeat just based off of the looks. Well, like I'm confused. Like how you present yourself physically, what you dress yourself in, how you talk, how you act. These are things that show who you are as a person, right? And this is why it's like people say don't judge a book by its cover, but in reality sometimes it's okay to judge a book by its cover when that book is honestly a psycho. Like in this case, it's this gentleman here wearing pink lipstick and full face of glam saying that I don't think it's okay that parents take their kids out of my class. Well, dude, if you walked into a classroom and someone was wearing a swastika on their arm, like an armband, someone was wearing an armband, don't you think it's okay just based off of that one thing alone to pull your kid out of the school and be like, nah, you're not teaching my kid? Like, don't you think that's okay? Because in my opinion, I would have no issue with that whatsoever if parents chose to do that. And I think they should. And I see the same thing here. By wearing, basically what you're wearing is you're telling the world that you align yourself with this ideology. That's it. Like, it's unfortunately, right? There's not everyone who wears the full glam and the nice hair and the nails and the makeup and whatever, right? And the lipstick. Not everyone who does that is going to be, totally aligned with this crazy woke movement. But unfortunately, there's a vast majority of people who do participate in that disguise that do align themselves with that woke movement. And the same thing goes with the people who are wearing the Nazi armbands. Like, some of the Nazis were actually double agents or spies or secretly helping Jews escape Germany. So, but the vast majority of the Nazis who were wearing these armbands on their arms were not helping people. So it's a similar concept, right? They're demanding certain things from us while offering us nothing in return. So that's why I say we shouldn't give any ground on these issues. None of these issues are things we should fold on, right? Our principles, our morals, all of that, we should hold true to that and stick with it, because in the long run, we'll know that we're staying true to ourselves and the correct course. We're looking out for the best for people. But yeah, let's keep watching.
It's okay. I feel like that's really crossing the line.
It's still the right of the parent to make that decision as to whether or not they want their child to learn from you.
Okay.
Like, it's still that parent's right. Like, you can disagree with their motivations, their motives, their ideas, but it's still their child.
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly that is the case. And, I mean, everyone knows this. If
Apparently not, Ben. Apparently not. Apparently not everyone knows this. And I think that's a huge flag, right? Like, not everyone understands that a parent has the rights over the child. Like, why is it so hard to understand that for people on the left? People on the left want to say that the government should be raising children. You're going to end up with kids in the SS program. That's what you're going to end up with if you let the government raise your children for you. Germany literally did that. Germany literally had sex slaves for breeding the perfect Aryan child. So, why does the left want to give all the power to the state and to the government for raising your kids? Because there's other motives there. There's an underlying purpose that's hidden from view that no one is talking about. This is not accidental. None of this is accidental. The government is not accidentally indoctrinating your kids. None of this is by accident. Everything has a purpose. And that's why I'm so angry at all of this. And I get so frustrated with how things are set up right now and how things are going, because it's so clear to me that no one wants to talk about this as a real issue. They want to pretend like it's all in the Republicans' heads. Oh, it's the MAGA Republicans. It's the far right. It's the Proud Boys. It's QAnon. It's blah, 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 blah. No, there are real legitimate concerns here that parents and the general public have, rightfully so, based off of what we are observing in our society today. But for some reason, and I don't know if it's power or money or control or just absolute perversion that they're doing this, but it's happening. And denying it is denying that the sky is blue. It's denying reality. Like this is a clear indicator that society is slowly falling apart. And I say slowly, like the term slowly, I use that very loosely because it's happening much quicker. Every day that goes by, it's happening quicker and quicker. Let's let Ben finish though.
If a secular atheist parent walked into a classroom and someone was wearing a giant cross and a nun's habit, then the secular atheist parent might be like, well, no. So like this idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Odds are, if that were the case, the secular parent probably didn't realize they're taking their kid to a private Christian school or Catholic school. But yeah, no, it is 110% the parent's right to say, no, I am not letting you anywhere near my child. I'm not letting you teach my child. I'm not letting you talk to my child. I'm not letting you touch my child. I'm not letting you even look at my child. Goodbye. That is 110% the parent's right, without a doubt. And no one should disagree with that. Absolutely not. And if that is happening in a public school, there's a reason that we specified the separation of religion and state. There's a reason for that. And now this wokeness is becoming a religion to where you have to believe all of it or none of it. If you don't believe all of it, they kick you out. They will literally shout you down and kick you out. It happened to J.K. Rowling. So it's not like it's not happening. Genuinely. Like, they'll come up with some slogan, some term, some name to call you if you don't agree with every single little thing the woke mob says. And it's insanity. It is absolute insanity.
Yeah, the parents have no say whatsoever because, no, we just have to, you are an agent of our child's education, but we have no say in who's the agent. So here, that would be bad parenting, actually.
The first day.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, bad parenting is just giving your kid a cell phone, which everyone does now, or a tablet or a computer, and letting the internet raise your child and thinking that there's going to be absolutely no consequences to that whatsoever, which is honestly absurd. That is an absurd idea. It's an absurd thought. And it's unfortunately shared throughout parenting now, like across the board. It's not even like a left-leaning thing, letting your kid be raised by a cell phone. Unfortunately, it's affecting a lot of kids. And we've already seen the studies. The studies are out. The data is there. It's available, but no one's listening. Excessive use of social media and technology leads to increased depression and anxiety. Increased risk of suicide. The data is there. The proof is there. Like, but you can't, for some reason, you can't convince them. Like it's a weird, their brain is so twisted that they don't understand basic science or basic like information. Like they don't know how to process information anymore. So when even they observe information with their own two eyes, they don't know how to process it. They don't know how to understand it. Like they straight up do not get it. Like they could watch something terrible happening and they'll come up with some excuse for why it happened. Oh, it was the patriarchy that did that. That was the patriarchy's fault. Oh, it was the government. Oh, it was this, it was that. They'll come up with every excuse in the world before they actually take responsibility or actually get to the root cause of the issue. So I wish that Ben Shapiro had a broader reach. I wish he was on national television. I wish Matt Walsh was on national television. But we see what's happening. People like Tucker Carlson are getting kicked off of national television because they don't like what they're saying. And whoever they are, they're at the top. They're the ones in power. Not us. Not anymore. Not anymore. So as much as me posting this video, as much as Ben posting his video, as much as Matt Walsh posting his video, like all of it, like It's suppressed by the corporations. It's suppressed by the government. People get banned off of these platforms. They have no more reach. And it's unfortunately the way things are going. And it is getting worse and worse and worse. And no one seems to care. Everyone thinks it's okay. People have no problem with censoring people they don't like. Even if you disagree with someone, you should let their voice be heard. Even if it is absolutely horrendous what they're saying. But you need to make a point to make your voice heard when you can. You should not self-silence. You should not silence yourself. You should not silence your friends. You should not try and get people banned off of platforms because you don't like what they say, even the crazy lefties. You should not try and get them banned off of social media. You should not try and get them banned off of any sort of public forum where they can talk. So it's about understanding the principles behind what it means to be an American. It's about understanding why we're here. It's about understanding that our purpose as Americans today is to preserve freedom, to continue to allow people to immigrate here who are seeking freedom from oppressive governments. We don't want those oppressive governments coming here and taking over. Like that is the fundamental American perspective. And unfortunately, not a lot of people have that anymore. I'll leave you with that. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you like the video, leave a like. If not, leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you subscribe. But take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.